Hi, Jim Farr from Emmanuel United Methodist Church in Noblesville, Indiana, bringing this week's thoughts from the far side. Wanted to talk about something that happened yesterday, and I don't do that often, but it was such a spectacular afternoon that I had to share it. And it was at all places at a memorial service for someone that passed away. And I heard in that memorial service one of the best celebrations of life that I've ever heard. And that made me think, when each of us finally comes to that point in our life where we pass away and there's a memorial service for most of us, I would guess, I wonder what will be said at our memorial service. I hope it's positive. I hope we live our lives in such a way that when we do pass, that the world is not quite as fun place because we're gone. I hope that we share laughter and love with people. I hope that we continue to live our lives in a way that when people stand up and talk, they'll say, wow, I remember when Jim did this, or I remember when Kathy did this, or I remember whatever it might be, because those are the moments that really matter. Years ago, I remember I was given I guess it was a little writing by a member of my church in Ligonier, Dr. Bob Stone, and he gave me this letter or note, and it said on it, what's most important is what you do in between the dashes. And what he was talking about is on your gravestone, it will have a date of your birth, a dash, more than likely, and a date of your passing. And what's really important is what do we do between the dash in our life? So I think people of faith are called to step forward. We're called to live a life of faith. But I hope that's a life of joy. I hope it's a life where you're bringing goodness to other people. Sometimes I think we're living in an era right now where we don't do much of that, where we argue, where we fight, where we push for our point of view and for what we want done. The question is really, for people of faith, is how you are treating other people. Because we are called as people that represent Jesus to treat people as Jesus did. So my hope for each and every one of us this week is that we can maybe think about that. How are you living your life in that dash that you exist in right now? And how do you want to be remembered when you finally filled out the other side of that dash? Do you want to be remembered for a person of love and joy, or a person that maybe wasn't as happy as they could have been? So I'm wishing happiness and joy and love for each of us today as we live out our dash.